read some letters that Dad wrote from overseas. You know, Dad was accident prone. I think it was more about being careless than uncoordinated, but he was accident prone. As you know, he cut his fingers off when he was all by himself at the Reedsport Church working a saw, and he stuck his hand in the wrong side of the saw and cut his fingers off. Dad set himself on fire, he blew himself up with gunpowder. He was out cutting blackberries with his steel chainsaw with a 20-inch blade and sliced his leg open. He ran over himself with his own car. How he made it into the airport as a pilot, I'll never know. Dear Glenn and Eileen, being that I'm no longer, he's 21. Being that I'm no longer a PFC, I will send you my stripes as a token of my life. I'm no longer in the Army. You see, we were discharged from the Regional Army and are now in a different part of the forces. It will be 14 months now until I get a chance to come home. I'm going to read these. It's going to kind of sound disjointed because I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. I'm so thrilled at the prospect of becoming a flyer I can hardly sit still. The fellows are really swell, and it isn't going to be quite as hard as I thought. We have our own officers now and don't get so many ballings out. They must be trying our patience to see how we stand up. There's only one thing, and he's in school now, only one thing gives me any worry, and that is that the coordination exams we get in about 2 months. You can't study for coordination, so I've been practicing all sorts of coordinating movements. We did our last flying today, and I really love to fly. I stayed up for 2 hours and 15 minutes my last time up. This was with an instructor. And the usual time is 1 hour. I did spins 1 hour and short landings and did takeoffs in another hour. I really love to fly and I'd rather do that than anything else. He goes on to talk about different maneuvers. Okay, an AT-6 just came in for a landing. He came in with landing lights on. The other day, 2 P-38s came and landed. They were really good looking, but I don't think I want one of them. I'd rather fly a B-17 or a B-24. I'd get too lonesome up there in a fighter. I need somebody to talk to. It talks about wanting to give them acrobatic rides when he gets home. I'm now in a twin-engine advanced training. They are about 4 times as rough to fly as a single-engine plane. We fly with an instructor yet, but as soon as we get checked out, and solo, 2 of us will fly together. And my memory is that he soloed after 5 hours of flight training. Lots of school training instruction, but they soloed after 5 hours. Is that correct? Do you guys remember that? That rumor? Yeah. And it may have been typical. We are now upperclassmen, and the other class arrived yesterday. We really made them step. They thought we were really tough, but we treated them just like we were treated the first day that we arrived. It was a lot of fun, and we enjoyed it at all of their humiliation. The upper class graduates Sunday, and then we will have the ships all to ourselves. We hope to get about 3 or 4 hours a day, and at the very least must average about 2 or a little over. And shortly after that, then they soloed. I've been hunting around for an apartment for Bonnie and me. As yet, I haven't found one, so we will probably be living in a hotel. I have reservations in 3 different hotels, so if something goes wrong with one, I'll have another chance. I'm all excited about becoming a married guy. He makes, here we go. Perhaps I'll not be too old when I can get settled down and begin raising a family of little Cantrells. Real little ones. Sometimes I think it would be nice to have a son or daughter, but I couldn't see having one when I'm 10,000 miles away. Some of the soldiers had families for. I want to be able to act the part of an expectant father and pace up and down the hospital corridor. Today must have been my day for mail. I got 9 letters, 7 from Bonnie.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm awfully tired tonight. I I've just returned from a very hard day. We had a long mission, and for the first time today, I flew first pilot. That is, I was all alone, on my own, and believe me, I got pretty tired just sitting there with no co-pilot to relieve me. However, this is the day I've been waiting for. Goes on to talk about more missions, waiting to get home to that certain young lady. Okay, I had a hair-raising experience last night. We went out after supper to shoot a couple of landings, and I was just taking off when the electrical wiring in the cockpit caught on fire. Believe me, I was cutting switches all over the place and got down on the ground in a terrific hurry. Everything is as usual, rather uneventful. I'm getting missions much faster to my satisfaction. They all are going completely as planned, and I should be completing this tour soon and returning to the States. And lastly, I flew mission number 34 today, and was the second one in succession. That's the way I like them, and wish that more of them would be just like that. It was pretty long, and pretty tired and sleepy, and though I slept a couple of hours this afternoon, then took a grand long shower. The cold water really feels good at this time when it's so hot. He's in India, as Robin referred to. These are all have India on them, from India. There's no news, so we'll close, and perhaps tomorrow I'll get a longer letter written. We have a stand down, so may get to catch up and sleep and do some writing. Write me a big long letter. Love, Robert.